to Paul Green.
Little late on the music cue. Little late on the music cue. If you wanted to get money from LDS, you shouldn't have done a plate. You should have passed around envelopes. With carbon copy slips, we're gonna give, but we're writing it off. We're writing it off. You keep the white slip, we'll keep the yellow one. Everything is documented. We don't do this plate business. We're not wish-washy with our givings. Which line do I write it on? Is this on the other? This isn't tithe, this isn't fast offering, this isn't the missionary fund. What? Where do we put it? How do we classify this one? That's what we want to know first. Then we'll give. All right? We needed more information. Passing a plate. What are we? This guy's church? Oh, he left. My first attempt to connect with the crowd and he's gone. The show is huge for me, everybody. This is a big capstone. I always wanted to do a show where I'm not wearing shoes. This is, It's always nice to know that the audience can't leave. That's, this guy's offensive, but my shoes are over there. We gotta stick it out. We are not pioneers. We don't go anywhere unless we're wearing shoes. It's not how we roll here, all right? I'm just excited they finally let me near a place where children hang out. This is usually it makes people uncomfortable if I'm hanging around the love to play. Yeah, no kids, just here. Just here. Glad to see all of you. This is a true story. A friend of mine actually invited me to meet him and his two kids at a children's museum. They would not let me in. I don't know what happened. All I did is just walk up to the ticket lady and say, yes, one adult for the children's museum? She's like, sir, this is a museum for children. I'm like, I know, I'm here to meet some kids. She's like, so you have to be a parent or a guardian, all right? And I'm like, well, the kids I'm here to meet are my friends. She's like, sir, I can't let you into the museum unless you have children with you. I'm like, I can't get to the children unless you let me into the museum. Then I had to explain the whole thing again to the security guard. Ironically enough, looked exactly like Daryl. They had to phone my friend to come to the lobby to escort me into the Children's Museum. But after that, had a great time at the Children's Museum. It's really fun. I'm just glad that Love to Play is racially diverse with the two. Put the Asian boy and the black boy. Nobody will know they're in Temecula. Love how the spotlight makes sure that nobody over here sees the left side of my face. That's... feel like the bad guy in the movie who's trying to, like, turn the ship around, you know, like, it's torn, you know. Like Luke Skywalker at the end of Return of Jedi, you know. Should I join the dark side? Feel like you pulled back on that one. Not Star Wars fans, huh? I'm pretty sure I've heard an analogy to Star Wars in Sunday school, all right, everybody? Full disclosure, I am inactive. I only say that because I want the cookies. It's how LDS rolls. Cookies fixes everything. It's like, we gotta have a meeting. Brother Smith is struggling. Read some stuff on the internet. Crisis of faith. What are we gonna do? Brownies? Sorry, I just made that one up. Thought I'd try it out. Trying out my LDS material. Ironically enough, Daryl's much funnier than mine. You were just laughing at him for a missionary opportunity. You know it! Reactivate information isn't good enough for you to laugh at. I get it. Evidently, I have resting murderer face. But I have to force myself to smile so I don't creep people out. My gosh, this feels like every LDS meeting ever because I can hear kids talking. All right, you pulled back on that one as well. No LDS jokes, don't make fun of your kids. Got it? It worked for Daryl. Maybe I should try some of my black materials. I did do a show about 3 weeks ago, 7 black comics and me. I spent the whole show in the back going, why is everybody afraid of the police? They're very nice. The police are very nice. I don't get what they were talking. I mean, stern. They're stern. Like, I got pulled over. The cop was very stern. He's like, sir, you were speeding. Here's your ticket. You can go to the court. You can just pay the fine. And here's a gift card to TGI Fridays. Very stern, but nice. And no, I don't know why everybody compares me to Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean has white eyebrows and an immaculate kitchen. The problem is I've been really funny sometimes, so I'm not super funny. It's obvious. It's like that one. Very good. I do live in Los Angeles. Recently got into acting because Hollywood needed me. But I was recently acting in a commercial, and right in the middle of the take, the director stops me and says, Paul, why are you acting like a serial killer? I wasn't. I was acting like a waiter. All I did in this scene is just walk up to the lady and say, welcome. You look ready to eat. Maybe I shouldn't have been improvising. It's a mean thing to say to someone. That's like saying, hey, Paul, quit acting like someone who's killed more than once. You're laughing a little bit too hard at that one. I looked it up. According to the FBI, you have to kill at least 3 people to be considered a serial killer. So, you know. Technically, I could still kill 2. Just be acting like a regular killer. Oh no, Heckle guy's leaving. He doesn't have shoes, can't get far. Acting's been going pretty well. Last week I actually had 4 auditions, so I was really happy about that. Some audiences who care clap, you don't, that's cool. I know you're not used to clapping in meetings. Great musical number. We'll support you with silence. None of my LDS material is landing. I know that this is relevant. For some reason, though, next to character description, all of the auditions for the character only said one thing: racist. All I know is I booked them. Just off of headshots. Didn't have to read or anything. It was great. They just walked in. They're like, yeah, you'll do. Can you walk 3 miles with a tiki torch? I'm funnier when I tell Daryl's jokes. So I've been married for 31 years. Was in an earthquake. I feel like acting started to influence my everyday life. Like I was in the gym playing basketball and this guy started talking trash. It was really poignant, you know? But I was able to cry immediately. Extremely effective. I did get the lead in a Shakespeare play, everybody. All right. Now since I've asked for it, you are clapping for my accomplishments. That's very good. Just put it on the slip under other. We clapped. We gave. That's our energy. That's a tax write-off. Every time I tell somebody I got the lead in a Shakespeare play, they automatically assume I was cast as a villain. I will have you know, I got the romantic lead in a Shakespeare play. Everybody, the romantic lead, all right? Now I feel bad. I wish I would have combined that into one statement so you didn't have to clap twice. That's on me. That's not on you. I'll own that one. I'll own that one. Fortunately, I kind of killed the momentum of the story. The reason I was able to get the romantic lead is I was able to use my acting skills to disguise the fact I was bald. I did it by wearing a hat! It's better if it's an energy thing. But I stopped in the middle to interact with all of you. Really love Shakespeare. Just don't ever get why it's so long. You know Hamlet is 4 hours long just to tell the story of an uncle who kills the prince's father and takes over the throne? 4 hours. Disney knocked out the same plot in 90 minutes. It's called The Lion King. Why is Shakespeare so long-winded all the time? Is that how we spoke in real life? Like, was there ever a day in Shakespeare's life when he's just walking down the street casually and a friend sees him like, "Hello, Bill, how art thou?" I have of late, but wherefore I know not lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercises, and indeed it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth seems like to me a sterile promontory. It's longer. This most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this brave o'erhanging firmament, this majestical roof fretted with golden fire, why it appears no other thing to me than a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is man, how noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and moving, how express and admirable, in action how like an angel, in apprehension how like a god. The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals, and yet to me what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me, no. Nor woman neither. So, bad day, Bill? What? How would Shakespeare survive today in our, like, instant gratification communication cell phones, you know? Like, "Hey, Bill, how are you doing?" He gets the text, he's like, "Sad emoticon. Sad emoticon, sad emoticon, sad emoticon, sad emoticon, sad emoticon, sad emoticon, frustration, confusion, sad emoticon, sad emoticon, sad emoticon, perplexed, confusion." Could have just done that with one, Bill! Wrote that one on the drive up here, everybody. You're getting new material. I'm trying that out. I don't think that one's going to last. I'm working way too hard. You just laugh when I stare at you. How long can I get away with this? How much longer? I'm good? Okay, well, I'll go back to it then. This is really incredible. There was never a stop, at least somebody chuckling that entire time. Somebody's like, "He's not doing anything, that's hilarious." I got a message for all the ladies in the room. Romance is not dead, because I'm still alive. Recently sent flowers to a girl at her office. You want to know what made it extra special? She never even told me where she worked. She didn't even know who I was. But like a true romantic, I knew everything about her. Yet, for some reason, when she gets the flowers, she texts me and she's like, "Thanks, Paul. Sorry, not interested. Good luck." Then she put a winky face. Are we winking at people when we let them down now? Like, sorry, Mr. Johnson, due to budgeting cuts, we're going to have to let you go. Sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, we did everything we could for Little Fido, but we had to put him down. Hey, Hillary, you're not the president. I misjudged the political persuasions of this room, all right? You just don't wink at someone when you're letting them down. That's what I'm getting at, all right? The appropriate emoticon is the sympathetic : / I know we don't type them anymore. Now you just push the one that makes this face. It's for sympathy, right? Gotta be honest, though. Never seen anybody with lips at that angle. If someone made that face, I wouldn't be like, thanks for being sympathetic. I'd be like, dude, did you have a stroke? I told you I got rejected and your whole face went limp. I think we should see a doctor. But thanks for the sympathy. It was really nice. She winked at me. You know what was really upsetting, though? Is she wasn't winking when she sent that text, because I was watching. Excuse me? Pardon? Oh, got shy when I called you out on it. That's good. Not all my romantic gestures have gone unappreciated, actually. I really like this girl, and for her birthday, I got a very thoughtful gift. Wrapped it up. I had my best friend hand deliver it to her house just to make it extra special. She called me up that night. She said, in tears, it was the best birthday present ever gotten, Paul. And I'm proud to say that after 8 months of dating, she married my best friend. Romance is not dead! I feel like you didn't want to laugh at that one. I felt like that was a little painful for all of you. It's okay. It wasn't for me. Met this other girl at a party, and she gave me her phone number. I texted her. She hasn't texted me back yet. It was like 2 weeks, yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm feeling it. Feeling it. And today, in a moment of weakness and vulnerability, I just caught myself really, really hoping she's dead. Not out of ill will, no, not like, just maybe she was interested, right? And she was going to text me back, but then she died. I was actually thinking about it. To my knowledge, every woman who has ever not texted me back was alive at the time they didn't text me back. Sounds like that's something I'm explaining to a judge. Your Honor, she was alive! I don't like that tag either. We can move on from it. Did have a very beautiful girlfriend from Syria. Unfortunately, that ended up not working out. She wanted to date someone who was more familiar with her culture, and I wanted to fly again. Really? That's the one that does it, huh? That's the breaking point. All right. That's good to know. Dated another girl, very beautiful, attractive woman. I met her online, and she showed up to dinner. That's when I learned she didn't speak English. Which I was really excited about because I hate arguments. That's okay, though, because I use my charm. That was the joke that did it. That was... Nothing happened at that stage when Daryl was up here. Might need to repair this.
It's all good.
That's good. What was I talking about? Yes, thank you. Doesn't speak English. We're at dinner. I'm using my charm and wit. This is not going to go well now because, again, the momentum has dropped. But I'm going to deliver it like it's going to go well. Because I was able to use my charm and my romance to communicate by typing everything into Google Translator. You want to know what? It worked. Because Because after dinner, she totally made out with Google Translator. You didn't buy that. Like, nuh-uh! I was really interested in this girl, so the next day I downloaded Rosetta Stone. I wanted to learn Spanish, and I don't know who they got to speak Spanish on Rosetta Stone. All I know is I've never heard anyone speak Spanish like that before. It's like, el hombre, la mujer, los niños beben. Does Rosetta Stone think that everybody wants to be a Telemundo infomercial host or something? I'm from Phoenix. When do you get to the Spanish I'm used to? Like, órale, Holmes, está estúpido, feo, gringo, piente, que es elegante. You just can't be a romantic man anymore, you know? And evidently, you can't be a bald man and be a Disney prince. Why do you need hair to be a prince? I'm every bit as capable of kissing a woman when she's sleeping. Of course, I wouldn't, because I am a modern prince. If those fairies came to me and were like, Prince Baldy. I didn't put a lot of thought in the name. Prince Baldy! You have to kiss Sleeping Beauty to break the curse. I'd be like, whoa, do I have her enthusiastic consent? She may be sleeping, but Prince Baldy is woke. 3 bald characters in the history of Disney. Not even talking about princes. You have the heavy-set soldier from Mulan. You have the genie from Aladdin. And Dopey the dwarf. Some of you probably forgot he was bald because they made him wear a hat. That's a cover-up. That means they drew a bald character and then were ashamed of it. Just once, I want Disney to make a movie with a bald prince. Wouldn't it be that hard? To have like a princess like in a castle singing to a little bird on her finger. Oh, I want a prince who's bald. I want a prince whose scalp has seen it all. If a prince such as this should give me a kiss, my life would be such bliss. La 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 la. Yeah. I already gave him a head start. Then she just like looks out her castle window, sees a man riding on a horse, wind blowing through where his hair should be. Who's that, Trilly Timmy? Prince Al. Oh, Prince Al Opisha. Eventually, Prince Alopecia would marry Princess Low Standards? And they live happily ever after because they're saving hundreds of dollars annually on haircuts and shampoo. That's the Disney bald prince right there. That's what I'm saying. I can relate to Daryl because I'm also a minority. Really backed up on that one, audience. Turns out only 4% of all children pee their pants at school, and I was one of them. Minority. There's a discussion going on over here. What's the discussion? I'm just curious. Are you talking about me or something else? You're talking about me? I would hope so. I was afraid you were talking about the 200 attractive people exercising on that TV every about 30 seconds. You'll see it. I did. So when I started having these accidents, my mom took me to the doctor. They diagnosed me with ADD and said that's why I was having accidents at school. I was evidently getting distracted from holding it. Evidently, I'd just be there at my desk like, hold it, hold it, hold it. Glue tastes good, peed my pants. Oh. I got distracted. I did a little reading about it. They say that a kid who pees his pants at school is the third most traumatic thing a child can experience. It's going to get a little dark here, but this is just the facts. The most traumatic thing, number one, is losing a parent. We really backed up on that one. Number two is going blind. Number three, peeing your pants. But if you think about it, in some ways, I think I had it worse, because, you can only lose a parent twice. You can only go blind once. I peed my pants every time the apple juice was in the cafeteria, everybody. I never know how to feel about that joke. I did a show, it's a true story, I'm just going to be real with you. After the show, this girl comes up to me and she's like, Paul, that joke about losing your parents, that's not funny because I lost both of my parents when I was young. And you shouldn't tell that joke. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I felt horrible. Then 10 minutes later, this other girl comes up and she's like, Paul, I lost both of my parents when I was young, and that joke was hilarious. I don't know why I told you that story. I feel like I lost you on it. It's a true story. You didn't like it. That's cool. No, I didn't peak in high school. That didn't work very well. Because I was on the football team, everybody. Yeah. No, I wasn't the kicker. Okay, it was just, yeah, were you the kicker? No, I wasn't the kicker because the kicker actually played. I was the fifth string wide receiver, or as my team liked to call it, water! But here's a life lesson, everybody. I didn't quit. And on the last game of the season, the coach put me in as the starting wide receiver, everybody. Thank you. It's probably because the 4 wide receivers in front of me were ineligible due to failing grades. And even then, only because the coach couldn't find anyone on the basketball team to fill in. Or the soccer team. Or the wrestling team. Or the tennis team. Or the track team, the baseball team, the cross-country team, the volleyball team, the swim team, or the golf team. Or the women's badminton team, the softball team, the lacrosse team, the field hockey team, the tetherball team, the cycling team, the gymnastics team, and the curling team. Or the drama club, the speech club, the debate club, the mathletes, the ASO club, the woodshop club, the computer club, the science club, and the investment club. Or the marching band, the orchestra, the choir, the jazz band, the chamber orchestra, the jazz choir, the glee club, or the symphony. Or the student body government, the skaters, the stoners, the gangbangers, the motorheads, the dweebies, the nerds, the preppies, the goths, the jocks, or the geeks. But after all that, and after the refs told my coach he couldn't play with just 10 players, I was in! Good thing he did not ask the underwater basket weaving club. They had aggressive players that year. Needless to say, my team was not victorious that night, but personally, I just consider it a victory for the other team. Coach pulled me aside after the game and said, Paul, seeing how you pulled it out this season, you didn't quit. Next year, I want you to play in the band. So that ended my football career. Playing in the band was great, though, because it was high school. I didn't really have an interest in dating. I get a little upset at pop music. These so-called artists, so-called song lyricists, we give them way too much credit. Because anytime a pop musician can't think of a lyric to write, they just start singing na-na. Na-na. And they've been getting away with it for decades of pop music. Oh na na, what's my name? Oh na na, na 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 na. You make me feel so. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey, goodbye. It's ridiculous. There's probably more. Like na 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 na, I wanna start a fight. Na 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 na, I wanna make up right now. Na na, that's what makes you beautiful. Na 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 na, always like na na na. Then we're like yeah yeah. If I were a rich girl, na 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 na. I could go on. And I will. Na 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 na, getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na, getting jiggy with it. Turn the lights off, carry me home. Na 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 na, na na na. Hey, na na na. Whoa, I wanna rest in your lap. And all my people say na 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 na. Yeah 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 yeah. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na. I'm out of time, so only a few more. Na 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 na. Batman, don't you give up? Na na na, I won't give up. Na na na, I need someone to help me now. Na 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 na. Ooh na na, ooh na na. Half of my heart is in Havana. Ooh na 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 na. Na na, my angel is the centerfold. Na 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 na, my angel is the centerfold. Na. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, come on everybody. Na 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 na. Yeah, why don't you write some lyrics? I'm Paul Green. Thanks everybody. Let's keep it going and bring the Lester back.
Paul Green, ladies and gentlemen.